Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're back at the laundromat faster than I thought because we had a major issue come up, and that's my contractor over there, which is not good when he's got to stop by. And this all stemmed from actually a really poor Google review we got, and it was just saying that the laundromat was incredibly dirty, leaking machines, the machines weren't working, and I'd just been there a few days ago and cleaned up everything. We had one leaking machine I thought I disconnected and turned off, and most of the machines were working. So trying to figure out everything that's going on, and we walked in and this is what happened. Water everywhere, completely dirty. And they said the change machine wasn't working either. And I usually don't have problems with the change machine. So I was trying to figure out what's going on there. And the problem was, there's a whole lot of money in there. So I don't know if you can see it, but there are quite a few 20s that were in there. And this isn't the biggest coin hopper. And when I looked in there, to my surprise, it was empty. And I don't know if I just didn't fill it up all the way last time, but I know there's a lot in there last time I looked. I looked at my cameras. People were using it. It wasn't open. I don't think anybody stole anything. I think we just used all the quarters. So that's a good thing. But this was not a good thing. Here's underneath one of the washers. I was trying to figure out if this is the one that was leaking, because there was a lot of water in there. And there's just a tiny bit of water on the bottom. Some drips you can see. And I'm like, man, that's not very much. The hose pipes weren't leaking. The cold and hot water lines weren't leaking. And I checked another machine too. And it was kind of the same way, just a little bit of water underneath it, but no signs of major leakages. And I'm like, man, are these two just leaking a little bit and causing all that? So we had our contractors over, like, I guess disconnect these machines. We'll get them out of there. We do have some other ones we can replace it with. So we're just getting some new machines in here faster than we thought. And I thought I would check the other machines and see if just there's a lot of money in them too, because of all the money in the coin machine, to see how it's doing. And then Nikki was also going to do a load of towels while we're there, because we have a bunch of shop towels and stuff that need to be cleaned as well. And something eventful happened when we did all of this. But first, we'll show you the coins. And people complained about not having the coin sound, so here's a little bit of a coin sound. And we'll have more coin sounds, don't worry. But this is, I was just checking to see how much money is in there. That one, not that much.
I'm gonna be here for a little bit. Is there towels and stuff? Need to run?
Yeah, that's a good idea. So she's gonna run some towels. And there was actually a lot of money in those front loaders. So those are definitely being used more than before. So we might have a really good week here when we do count money later on. But we had some other issues too. And then I was checking these washers. And of course, you know, it takes me a while with my keys. But and I have coin boxes that I can replace these with too, that are all keyed to the same. I just need to bring them over here and replace them and go from there. And then something else I did that's really stupid. I think I had to put my phone down to find the keys. I took the coin boxes out of the ones that were moving, and then we'll show you what happened later. But I think I left one of the coin boxes out. But here's what happened. Nikki ran that front loader. It was dumping water everywhere. It wasn't one of the old top loaders that was leaking. It was this front loader just pouring massive quantities of water all over the laundromat. And it turns out the drain line had popped out from the drain. So I popped that back in. My contractor's got some zip ties, tied it down. Hopefully that fixes that. But it wasn't one of the old junky machines. It was one of the newer ones that caused the issue. So the floor has never been cleaner, that's for sure. It's very, very clean now. But hopefully we have that problem fixed. But then there are also the problems with the machines not working that someone had complained about. And that's tricky too, because I've tested these machines, they work, and then people say they don't work. That dryer right there on the top right, I've tested before and it gets hot. Well, we put our towels in there this time and it got hot to start with. But then it cools down. After it runs for a while, it stops working. So we are going to have our guys look at those. I thought they had looked at all these already. That's one thing I really wanted them to look at, the laundromat guys, with those dryers and get them all working, but apparently they haven't done that yet, so hopefully that comes here soon. And then I bought both of these washers were out of order. One works. This one does not work. So this one before people have said doesn't work. I tried, it works. I've tried a few times, it works. So this time I could not make it work. So that one is definitely out of order on the right, and this one that I thought was leaking and broken actually works just fine. But we're still going to replace some of these with better speed queens, maybe some more front loaders, and our time frame may be moved up to do that because we are still working on the other laundromat, and that's taken up a lot of our time as well, which is right here. more on that to come. We have the machines being finished and sold next week, hopefully. The coin machine's almost done, so we should be really, really close to opening, I hope. But it's been tricky. I like to do things logically and not just start with one laundromat as a beginner, not knowing what I'm doing, but start with two, because that just seems logical, right? So hopefully the Kersey laundromat is okay now. It won't have any more floods. Like I said, the floor is extremely clean. It should have lots of money in the machines when we collect money, so that's good. And maybe disaster averted, but we'll get some better, newer machines over there soon. This laundromat's almost done. We'll have more videos on it coming up soon. Hopefully there aren't too many disasters with it. But there is definitely a lot that go into these small businesses. It's not just passive income that comes in while you sit at home and do nothing, that's for sure.